The fastest and most efficient way to get around in Palworld is by mounting any flying pal that you can make a saddle for. While the fastest pal is essentially the early access version's final boss, there are other options out there that you can use in the meantime to travel more directly from place to place. Here are the 5 best flying mounts in Palworld. All pals that you can mount have a partner skill allowing you to do so, and you have to craft the key item at a Pal Gear workbench to be able to unlock this partner skill. Once you mount them, you'll move at that pal's speed and be able to use their combat moves. You can increase a pal's basic movement speed based on their passive skills. We'll run through this after we've shown you each of the pals in this list. We're just covering some of the highlights of flying pals in this video, but there are plenty more to find, so check in with our written guide for a more thorough rundown. This list is based on our experience. Plus, we've also provided data for each pal's base movement speed and sprint speed as data mined by palworldtrainer.com. The best early game mount can be caught right around the starting area, but its spawn rates are somewhat rare. If you see this big bird in the sky, shoot it with an arrow to lure it into combat and do your best to catch it. With a base speed of 600 and a sprint speed of 750, Nightwing won't set any airspeed records anytime soon. But having a flying mount at all is very useful for reaching items in difficult locations and traversing vertical obstacles. Nightwing's saddle unlocks at level 15 and needs 20 leather, 10 cloth, 15 ingots, 20 fiber and 20 paldium fragments to craft. Vorm is the second flying mount that you can come across. Not only is it faster than Nightwing with 700 base speed and 850 sprint speed, but it's far more powerful in combat thanks to its aerial marauder ability, which increases damage that the player deals to enemy weak points while mounted. The best place to catch Vorm is past the ravine entrance fast travel point, to the west of the first Syndicate Tower, and its saddle is unlockable at level 21. To craft it, you'll need 20 leather, 10 flame organs, 15 ingots, 30 fiber, and 20 paldium fragments. Beacon is only slightly faster than Vorm's base speed at 750, but Beacon has a vastly superior sprint speed at 1200. You can find an alpha boss Beacon location in the Bamboo Groves, just southwest of the map's center, or you can find them in the wilds of the northern desiccated desert. Beacon is the first major upgrade in terms of flying mounts, thanks to that drastically improved sprint speed, and it also applies electric damage to all of your attacks while mounted. Once you've reached level 34, you can craft a Beacon saddle with 20 leather, 10 cloth, 20 ingots, 20 electric organs, and 25 paldium fragments. If you've hit level 38, you can fly out to the number 3 wildlife sanctuary in the northeastern corner of the map to catch a Faris. These sanctuaries are protected by the PIDF, but if you ride a flying mount there and stay mounted, they won't be upset by your presence. Faris may take a while to spawn in, and you'll need red hyperspheres or better to have a reasonable chance of catching them. Faris has excellent stats and will be your best flying mount from level 38 to 50. Faris's base speed is much more than Beacon's at 1000, and again with a sprint speed of 1400. So the speed difference alone makes this a must-have pal for your mid to late game exploration purposes. To craft the saddle, you'll need 30 leather, 10 cloth, 30 refined ingots, 25 flame organs, and 30 paldium fragments. Palworld's endgame legendary boss, Jet Dragon, is hands down the best mount in the game, but it will be a tough fight on Mount Obsidian. Its saddle, complete with attached missile launcher, unlocks at level 50, and when you can ride it, you'll enjoy an increased base speed of 1700, which almost doubles when sprinting up to 3300 sprint speed. The missile launcher saddle requires an absolute ton of materials, at 100 leather, 200 refined ingots, 50 circuit boards, and 140 paldium fragments. But you'll be the fastest creature in the skies of Palworld. On the topic of Jet Dragon, let's discuss PAL passives. A PAL's traversal speed can be augmented by various combinations of passive skills. There are 60 potential passive skills, and you can judge if they're good or bad by the color and arrows when you look at a pal. For the purposes of a mount, you want to look out for a pal that has one of the following passive skills to increase the speed of your mount. Nimble provides a 10% increase to movement speed, Runner gives you a 20% boost, and Swift gives you a 30% increase, making this the single best movement-focused passive. Legend is a skill that provides bonuses to attack, defense, and, you guessed it, speed, which you can then combine with the other speed passives. But this Legend passive is a unique ability that is exclusive to legendary pals, like Jet Dragon. If you feel like catching these pals over and over to try and get a faster mount, then by all means. Just know that these passives are completely random, so it may take you quite some time to get the perfect roll. For more on Palworld, check out our ever-evolving wiki for guides, tips, walkthroughs, and our interactive map, as well as our other video guides for help with mining ore, finding rare resources, and so much more. For all other things gaming, keep it here on IGN.